Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you so much, my dear. Y'all check out your new member custom emoji. Coming in clutch, you know. Thank you so much, Gypsy, my lovely darling. Been waiting all day. Aw, thank you, Paper. How you doing? Here we go.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.
Thank you, Carrie.
I know days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow.
One month, my love.
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Much love, darling.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak
Y'all ready for your pearl necklace?
mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start
Get your
over
pearls
now.
on, ladies and gentlemen.
Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
So, let's
Big brain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Standing truth is what we do.
you do one, just the chip. How about
So
that?
hit subscribe and join the crew.
I'll do one of those.
With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day.
Thank you, JD.
Every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part.
Hey, darling.
Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light.
I don't think that, baby.
Let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Ah. Yeah. Make it be real. Thanks, crap Anna. Here's a song.
We're bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low. Together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side.
Oh, thank you,
We're a
Stephanie.
family, we
Thank you
hold
so much, my
strong.
dear. I really do appreciate
Together
you.
we can right the wrong. We
go.
clutch them pearls. We shine like stars.
Thank you, Melanie.
Searching wide, spreading love afar.
Thank
Every
you so much.
stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
All right. Here we go. Better be dancing.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real.
Thank you, my dear.
Classy
Need it.
vibes and joyful zeal.
Definitely need the prayers.
Join the journey. It's
Thank you,
just
Nurse Andy.
begun.
Thank you, baby doll.
We shine
Appreciate you
brighter
very
than
much.
the sun.
Thank you, love.
Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal.
Well, hello, 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 my beautiful and beautiful pearls. It's so good to see each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, lots of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very, very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me and Remy. Today is February 16th, 2025. It is currently 6:16 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful friend. Really do appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Um, so a couple things. There is new custom emojis for members. For the replay crew, uh, if you didn't get to make it this live as well. And if you look, like if you're replaying it at the very beginning, I put what each one of them are for because some of the writing's really small. Like if someone like gives a membership, there's one, it's like thank you for the pearl necklace, that kind of thing. There's keep it classy. Of course, there's Edgar and KK. I'll be adding more in the next day or two as well. Oh, Heather, I hope you feel better, honey. I really do hope you feel better. That's that's bad. That's really bad. That's tough. Oh, thank you, Tori. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my love. How you doing, Tori? Good to see you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so very much for your support. Really do appreciate you, love. Oh, thank you, Gypsy, as well. Thank you, honey. Really do appreciate you. You received that one of those pearl necklaces. Make sure you give our girl Gypsy a big, big thank you. Thank you so much again, Gypsy, for your support. Really do appreciate you, honey. Hope you are well, my beautiful friend. Thank you for all that you do. Gypsy has a channel too, y'all. So Gypsy, if you want to drop it or if someone wants to drop it, make sure you go over there and sub up to Gypsy as well. She does some really great videos as well. So make sure you go over there and give her some support. Carrie, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, honey. Hope you are well, my beautiful Carrie. Is it flooding where you guys are? It's like yesterday it rained for nearly 24 hours here, non-stop, non-stop, non-stop. And while I was live, I got this flash flood. It scared me to death. I've never had a warning like that go off. So that was interesting. And then it rained even harder for a couple hours, I would say, but it never quit raining. It rained constantly the whole time. And it's kind of been like that all over the East Coast. Today, it's snowing. It's literally snowing. There's snow on the ground now. I am so ready for spring. I can't even tell you. We're going to do a lot of fun things this year outside on the channel. So make sure you sub up for that as well on Remy's channel. So yeah, thank you so much. And Stephanie, thank you so much, my dear. First month, thank you, love. Good to see you, Stephanie. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate you, Stephanie. Good to see you, my friend. And Carrie, thank you. How you doing? How you doing? Love you, Justin. Love you too, Carrie. And thank you so much. We have a how you doing sticker as well. Thank you so much, Melanie. Hey, Justin, Remy, and everyone. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, Miss Melanie. And we got Nurse Sandy and OG. Love my Nurse Sandy. She is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Miss Nurse Sandy. Really do appreciate you, my darling. All rain on Long Island so far and heavy winds. Yes. Hey, Smiley. Good to see you. I'm over winter. Yeah. Um, I am not joking you. Like, I am ready. Like, I want to be in South Florida or South Texas. Like, I want to be somewhere there. South Florida or South Texas. I don't, Southern California, there's just too much going on. Um, it's way too expensive to live. I don't know how anybody lives in California. Like, unless you're like a bazillionaire or something, like how do you live? It's crazy. Um, our weather has bipolar. It's always bipolar here. Like, yesterday it was flooding, um, raining nonstop. We actually had thunder a couple times, and I've heard like thunder a couple times this winter, which is I never usually hear thunder of the winter. I've heard of like thunder snow or whatever. Thunder, I don't whatever. But and today it's snowing. It's just crazy. You want to move to Texas, Peggy? Yeah, I would like to live in like South Florida, um, South Texas, something like that. Louisiana, even, and have like a greenhouse with just cactus and plants and stuff like that. So yeah. Um, we got that too. It's called Thunder Hail. Interesting. You want to move to Florida? Yeah. Florida, like Florida natives, they're just kind of like, can you snowbirds just quit? Like, can y'all just quit? I love Hawaii too, but Hawaii, um, it is very expensive to live there. It's extremely expensive to live there, number one. And number two, it's very far from everything, right? So can't really live in uh, Hawaii. Although it would be nice. It would be nice if you're older. I think, um, but I would live in. I would live anywhere in the Caribbean as well. I like Costa Rica a lot. Costa Rica is very uh cheap. The weather's nice all the time. I love Oahu, could live there and it's beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Um I have been in Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii so many times. I've been on every island that is publicly accessible. Um Hawaii expensive. I went. Yeah, it's really expensive. Really expensive. Um, when I in 20, what was it? 2015. I had to go and I was working and I was there for 4 months and it rent is astronomical. So Key West, you know, I like Key West, but I don't like the water in Key West. It's beautiful water, but there's no waves. There's no waves. Uh, you can see Remy's tail in the bassinet. Yeah. There she is. Watch her. She's looking. She's looking. I have no, I've never been to Australia. I want to go to Australia. Um, really, Scotland. Well, Gypsy, anytime you go to Scotland, just let me know. My sister lives in Scotland and has lived in Scotland for probably 14 years or more. So I've been to Scotland many, many times. I've been to Ireland, sure have. Been to Ireland. I've been just about anywhere in Europe I've been. How did we get on this subject? I don't even know how we got on this subject, but she, no, if she wants to, she can. She can get out now. She does. I like hot weather. I like sun. I would rather burn up than freeze. Love to go to Ireland. Ireland's nice. It's it's really, qu- it's pretty quiet. Um, there's a lot of countryside in Ireland, lots of country. So Puerto Rico, you would love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is good. Forecasting snowstorm and ice here tonight and tomorrow. So ready for summer. Amen. Amen. We got maybe 2 bad weeks left, if that. We should start coming around the mountain, hopefully. I've been to Dubai. I've not been to Hong Kong. Dubai is everything's new, right? It's not a place you want to go if you're looking for culture. You know what I mean? It's a place if you like to go for shopping and shopping. I mean, everything is just new. Everything is just very new there. Everything is just built. Jamaica, Jamaica is you got to be careful in Jamaica. Out of all the Caribbean I've been to, Jamaica's the place where I probably felt the most unsafe. Um, so you just gotta, I mean, it's not bad and it's, fairly safe, but I tell you, I like my one of my grandmothers, she is 100% French, off the boat, so to say. And I wanted to always go to Paris, and we went to Paris, and I was very much let down about Paris. Very much let down. If you go to France, go to the south of France. Paris is junk. It's a bunch of junk. It is literally, it is very, very like pickpocketers everywhere. It's dirty and you will get your shit stolen. Like, keep your money literally between your hoo ha if you have to. Not even kidding you. Like, seriously, it's bad. It is bad. Um, the Japanese are very much not, I don't want to say obsessed, but they're very fascinated by Paris in particular. And many of them will save up to go to Paris, and they will go there and they will have a mental breakdown because all of us, when we go somewhere, we have this idea of what it's going to be like in our mind. right? How how the media portrays it, how we're going to see, two French people, you know, eating two things of spaghetti and kissing and eating a baguette with their dog, you know, uh at the table, and you know it's not that. It's not. It's called. I think it's called Paris syndrome. There's whole documentaries on it. It's very interesting to watch. Um, I think it's called Paris syndrome. Yeah. So, and you know, I recommend, if you're not, take it from me. If you don't know the language very well, anywhere you go, it's definitely there's a barrier right there. There's already a barrier between you and the natives. So, and people in the south of France are it's much uh yes. Yep, exactly. French Mediterranean, absolutely. That's where you go. Don't waste your time on France. I mean, if you've got the money and you're already in, France, and you want to go just to check it off your bucket list, go, by all means, and experience it. But I would not plan I wouldn't plan it like ever again for me. Um I don't know. I love Seattle. I love Seattle. One of my favorite cities, um it's not in the United States, but it's close to, Seattle. It's Vancouver. I love Vancouver. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. Kathy, you're funny. Um, thank you, my dear. Yes, I wear a lot of terracottas and corals and stuff. A few colors you will rarely ever see me in is white, and I don't like orange or yellow on me either. White, orange, yellow. I don't look good in those. Just don't. Plus, an old Warren chased my husband around with an umbrella, yelling at him. Where was that at, Bogey? No pastels for you? I like pastels on me, but you know, you love Vancouver. Vancouver is a very nice city. All right. Hey Vic, good to see you, darling. Thank you, Susan. Yes, that's what I was getting ready to ask about. Castle, what, Justin in chat, Jake Hoffendorfer's chat was infiltrated with haters. I let mods and Jen know for allowing that these same people talk ill. Yes, I think her mods are too nice to people, especially, the people that are just literally, Tara, hey darling, always just being terrible to her, um, or anybody who supports Seth. And so I just don't even, unfortunately, I didn't know she was live, or I would have watched it. That's what I was going to say. I didn't know until one of you guys told me when I first went live. So I don't really type in there anymore because I think that I think that the people know that they can be that way in the chat, you know what I mean? Because the mods are, which maybe, that's, how Jennifer is okay with, you know what I mean? But it's just they're really, really terrible, some of them. So when was that, Kelly? Today? Yeah, it's just too much over there. Um, French people love Jerry Lewis. One second. Um, anyway, it's I honestly it still amazes me that as adults, I just don't get personally, like, does it make someone feel better to just go in and, shoot off vile things in the chat? I just think we should have a little bit more emotional intelligence, you would think. But I don't think there's anything wrong with debating a topic. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind debating anyone on something, that I uh believe in. I have no problem with that, uh respectfully. But Jennifer said she was threatened. Just terrible. Wow. Well, guys, make sure you're let me look at it. Let me add. Guys, make sure you are subbed up to Jennifer Coffindaffer. Break the case with Jennifer. Let me drop the link here. I want to see what it is. What was going on? I love Jennifer. I think she's always stays extremely classy. Um, she works very, very hard, and you got to appreciate that, right? You got to appreciate that. All right. Without further ado, we're going to get started on that. Coffindaffer, right? Coffindaffer. I always want to spell it differently for some reason. Wrong. Okay. What am I doing? Here we go. Oh, I need to drop this. I'm going to drop it into the channel here. Jennifer Coffin, Daffer. Okay. Here's the link for the replay. It's provided in the description. All right. Sorry about this. I wasn't planning on doing this in my live, but I just want to see what was going on here. because we absolutely give her support. Um, is there a particular part we need to watch? Any particular part? Okay, thank you, Caroline. Thank you, honey. The letter. There's a letter towards the end. This case is it can't end soon enough. It really can't. It can't end soon enough. I hope that there is an arrest by the 26th, which is in 10 days. Do we know where the threat came from? Spirit Seeker. Is she?
Talk about
Jennifer looks good in green.
what they were like, show pictures. You need to show the public how much you cared, because when you do that, literally like I'm watching a replay of a movie that I've already seen before. So I think it's really important to get out there, and it's from very early on where so much of this was addressed and put to bed, and understand the biggest thing is when you have bad facts, meaning whatever side you're on,
right?
When you have bad facts, you must attack the investigation. That's all you have left.
Bingo.
You know, when you.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Like I have always stated in this case. In this case. Well, if you aren't supportive of Seth, right? You're not going to talk about the case. You're not going to talk about any factual thing about this case, because if you talk about this case, you have to talk about KK and Edgar. That's what it is. Seth was at work. He was at work. He came when he got the call and the message, he came right away. He's got a locked, solid alibi. He had no motive to do it anyways. He had no means to do it. He had no opportunity to do it. Right? Now, as far as Edgar goes, we have no idea where he was. He claims he was in Mississippi and Memphis. He has not proven that to the public. Seth has been as transparent as he can humanly be. He has showed every receipt, not asking him to do anything that Seth hasn't done. Where were you? Now, KK, she's, in my opinion, very high on the sus list. Very, very high on the sus list. Do they need to find Sebastian first to arrest him? Arrest him for lying to. No, you don't have to have a body. If there is, if they, know for whatever reason that someone isn't alive, and they have enough circumstantial evidence. No, you don't need a body. Makes it a lot easier.
You've got an octillion
It's coming
chance
right up here, I think.
that it is not Brian Koberger. You're in trouble with DNA on a knife sheath found below Matt.
Well, Orrin and Orson West, they haven't been found either, right?
Mogan.
Those two
when
are
you have the vehicle,
prison.
when you have the digital forensic evidence, when you have his background where we can see motive, opportunity, stargazing. He actually gives himself, he messes up his alibi by ever saying that. So in any event, we're going to touch on the Idaho case because I know many of you care about that case, and I really want to dig my feet in again and get that case down the road with information, correct information. Finally, and this is kind
Absolutely.
of ending on a bad note
Well,
a little bit.
I mean, yes, I mean, look at the case that was just happened what Friday. They're in, he had, I think they had admitted.
Um, you know,
Hold on, I'm getting too
obviously the
many mixed
Karen
up. One
Reed
second.
case is really heating up, and let
I
me
think
just
he's
grab this.
fairly close.
Um, it's really heating up, and um, and then this case is heating up. I mean, it's just
Sure
heating
is.
up, and so because of that, as you may imagine or may have seen in social media, I have received some of the most really disgusting comments. Uh, I'm going to read only one to you. Okay. There are few people who can sue that bitch, Jennifer, and bankrupt her, take her house away, take away her retirement, make that cunt
Jesus.
pay.
Oh my
Now, the
God.
reason I chose that one is because it summed up part and parcel to what everybody's saying. Either,
That's
this guy,
terrible.
this girl, whatever, these phony accounts. And I wanted to bring that up for this reason.
That's shameful.
This is social media. This is where we discuss in our spare time, in our time that we might normally be, out on the porch, hanging out. We're looking at news and our Twitter feed and what's going on in the world and what's going on in our true crime circle, right? Um, or whatever. You're watching a
Imagine saying that to a person because they have a different opinion of what you have. It's just terrible. Absolutely
television show.
terrible.
When I watch TV, I tweet a lot because I'm watching a football game. There's a lot of timeouts and things like that. So I like to get caught up, sort of multitask, right? I'm watching, doing this, doing that. Or I'm driving on long drives where I'm not the one driving. That's a good time too. But in any event, I just bring these things up because it's so ridiculous. Um,
It is very ridiculous. Castle, thank you so very much, my friend. Very, very generous of you. Really do appreciate you, honey. Enough is enough with creators talking about Seth and what he's done in his past. Seth has nothing to do with Sebastian. Shame on them, creator that allowed Seth. Shame on the creator that allows Seth to be bashed. Well, the thing about it is it's just not true what they say about Seth. Like it's just not true. You know what I mean? There's no truth in it. And let's even if it was, for instance, how about we find Sebastian and deal with that with all three of these parents, and then if you have something for Seth or Edgar or KK or uh, whatever. But let's find the child first. I mean, clearly, KK and Edgar, they don't give a wooden nickel. Their actions show that. Kathy seen a store, Kathy at the store on video at 5:48 a.m. and Kathy takes a drive prior to LE showing up. Both ladies are out and about prior to LE showing up. Black Hawk, it's long been rumored that there have been sightings of Cruella at 5 a.m. But the thing about that is, I mean, would it surprise me? It would not surprise me. Not a bit. Because she says she doesn't get to the house on and after police and stuff are there till 10:30 in the morning. Well, because she was getting her hair done. Well, Monday, first of all, most salons are closed worth their salt anyways on a Monday. People just don't, you know, people just don't do their hair on Sundays. Like people aren't open, number one. And number two, 10:30? That's just not true. It's just not true. I mean, listen to the radio. How many people are there at the house. The radio says how many people are there at like 8 or 9 in the morning. So why is she still saying 10:30? So, but the thing about her allegedly being there at 5 a.m., I need to know where that came from, right? Like, where did this originally came from? It came from somebody, and it came from somebody local. Had to come from somebody local, right? It would be a perfect spot, right? Because she's going to the school anyways, right? They talk about the store in interviews. She's not gone very long. So it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But, I just need to know where it came from. Who said it? Like, can we find the original source? I know we're at literally a year now. So, told us what, Cobalt? I mean, it had to come from like a local who was in that area. What is it? Yes. Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
You know, I always wondered, do these people understand that people like me and other people that are in true crime, we have like real lives, and that's where reality is. And for instance, working gangs, I think I had a total of 6 death threats from associated gang members, from their families, on a big Colombian case I worked. That is real and that is significant. Um, but when I see things like that,
That's correct, baby kisses.
it lights a fire underneath me. because it makes me realize I am barking up the right tree.
Bingo,
And
Jennifer.
it's pissing people off. So, for all of the haters out there who want to,
She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. Right? Why would you care that much if someone has a differing opinion of you, of a case? Like, I really believe our emotional intelligence should, as adults, kick in at some point. Um, to, you know, us creators, we're just another person just like anyone else. All of us are. We're all just regular people, right? We have a channel, we say our opinions, and I mean, if she's, you know, just, I mean, think about the threats that has happened in this case almost since day one. Almost since day one. Think about that. And think about what we heard. Was it last night or the night before? About this employee or coworker with the Bow Wow Foots, what he said would do if, you know, he didn't like you or didn't like someone. Yes. Yes. I mean, there have been creators that have been followed, stalked, you know, all kinds of stuff happen to their vehicles or whatever. I mean, even what was it? The United Cajun Navy, also what's Texas Uvalde. They wrote out a huge letter saying that they're done because of the threats. You know, it's not normal for uh grandparents to be following creators unless they're helping to look, but they haven't ever done that.
who think you're, you know, putting my flame out or somehow going to get me to change my course of action. No way. When I dig into a case because I believe in that case, I'm not going away. And like I said,
I mean, this is someone who is a retired FBI, right? Like whoever threatened her, um, they're probably looking into that right now, I would say. I would say they are probably looking into that right now. VPN or not. You know what I mean? Like,
FBI, open up!
yes, of course. Calling people C words and all of that. I don't know, like, because this case is going to be resolved. It's going to be resolved. And like, I don't like, if I thought I'm trying to, think like either, you know, you really think rather that there is no involvement with KK, Edgar, and it's not a criminal investigation? Or how do you think that's going to fare afterwards? After whoever did this to a 15-year-old autistic child, like, how do you think that's going to work? Right? I mean, if this goes to trial, which I'm sure it will, and you see perhaps someone up there that not only you supported, but you literally fought for, broke bread with, maybe even considered a friend. Like, like, how do you live with that? Um, how do you live with that? I don't know. Um, oh, Bushby, you and me both. You and me both. Thank you, Lumac, for being 566 rather on the thumbs up. Jen worked her way up to supervisor level in FBI. She knows her stuff. Yes. If you play the very beginning, she goes over it being a criminal case with fact. Oh, yeah, it is. It is a criminal case. And let me just say something, and I'm not saying she knows more than we do, but she may know a few things more than we do as well. I'm not saying she does, so please don't take my words. Or she just knows how things can play out. She could never say either way. Right? I don't know why anyone has to be nasty toward another person for a difference in where we stand over a child's case. Like, that's pretty gross. We can disagree all day, right? That's fine. Who cares? We disagree. Time will always do the telling. But when it comes to insults and threats and all of that, just terrible.
Send in those hateful comments because it just fans my flame to help. And in the Karen Reed case, it makes me realize I am definitely right. Else they wouldn't be so worried about me getting the information out there. So for all of you,
I agree.
again, thanks for being members. Thanks for being subscribers. Thanks for coming on here. I'm actually going to check just a couple messages. I had this green one up for a while. $5. Thank you, Sharon. The truth never changes and evil always ends up eating itself. It's so true. And I recognize you actually from Twitter. I know you're on Twitter because I recognize your photo there. I love that photo. It's so cool. So thank you. I agree with that. And I'm glad I kept that message up there this whole time. Let me just look at a couple of things. Jen, you say strong. Thank you so much. We're diligently working. Why did you go up? Sorry, these are flipping through so fast. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of going fast for me to read, but I just appreciate y'all being here and look for.
You see, Jennifer, you can tell she is trained. She's professional. She always keeps it professional. People who come from a place of strength always keep it professional. You don't have to go down to insulting, uh, calling names for a missing child's case, right? Um, it is really strength that keeps you um keeps it classy, right? That's what it's about. um People who have to sit and scream and call each other names and be little and just, you know, foaming out of the sides of their mouth, speaking just vile. It just doesn't that's not coming from a place of strength. That's actually coming from a place of being insecure in where you stand. uh it's okay to change your mind. If you were, once thought this, and then, you really got to thinking and you're like, well, maybe something's off here. It's okay to change your mind. you know um but coming from a place of just like doubling down, knowing that this is not normal behavior for a mother. It's not something that is common for a mother to stop speaking about her child. These things aren't normal. These times, these stories, it's not normal. It's not. It's not common at all. All right. Um, let me see here. Let me
Point
find the
out
post.
vantage points that maybe either law enforcement hasn't gotten to yet, because they will get to it most of the time, or maybe will never get to. So I love looking in the social media
Do you know where she starts talking about the criminal
realm because there
investigation?
is so much we learn. But let's move on specifically to Sebastian Rogers and some of these points I wanted to bring up. My first point has to do with the dogs. I know I did a whole live for a very long session about dogs, and I had a dog handler on
Hey,
that
Tony. Hey,
discussed
Seth.
how they work, the different kinds of dogs. I personally have worked with dogs. The FBI has cadaver dogs. We had used local departments in the ATF for bomb dogs. We also use local departments for anything to do with narcotics, those kinds of dogs. So
Is it Monday or Tuesday? I can't
dogs
remember.
can certainly help an investigation. They can provide probable cause to a vehicle search and to different searches. But in this case, I think it's very important to understand what transpired and what did not transpire. So we're going to go over it just really briefly. And I think when I was looking at this, I think I found the root of why there is so much misinformation about this. And I'm not trying to cast aspersions. I'm just trying to say
What?
where I see it coming in was with Chris Proudfoot.
Oh,
There
yeah.
were multiple sessions, and
She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. Edgar was the one who always pushed those dogs, the dog. He absolutely said that a dog tracked Sebastian. Law enforcement has said over and over, but there are creators that speak to him and they believe him.
And I invite you to look at any panel or any social media platform, YouTube platform he was on,
Said
because
it
I
on
think you
Nancy's.
will
Yes, he
see
did, JD.
when this question was addressed, he definitely says and intimates that Sebastian went to buy at least some dogs to the
I
construction
don't see Seth
site, to
now
the
either, so he
retention
might not be
pond,
here.
so on and so forth. At least that's what I just got done listening to, several of those particular times that he spoke. But and then also he says, and I
Hold on,
do
let me show you
believe this, that law enforcement took items of Sebastian's clothing, but he was much more specific than that, Chris Proudfoot was. Chris Proudfoot specifically talked about taking the clothes that Sebastian Rogers wore the night before on the 25th at the Texas Roadhouse. And I have to say, I'm a little bit remiss here, because for those of you who don't follow the case and are tuning in for the first time, Sebastian Rogers, 15 years old at the time, turned 16 this December, went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee on the 25th of February. And I wanted to point that out. That's 2024. And I wanted to say again, we have clarity on that. We all know now it was the 25th that he was last seen, and the 26th he was reported missing. So that date on a lot of these missing posters and flyers, even the FBI's, even the Amber Alert says the 26th. But now we know from law enforcement, and I read this email previously from law enforcement, that that was confused. It should be the 25th. He has never been seen outside.
Right here is where Edgar talks about it. Okay, here it is. I'm pretty sure it's right here. Credit goes to Nancy Grace. Look at this. Pretty sure it's right here.
Unless you're law
Chris
enforcement.
Proudfoot, is
or
that
you need the YouTubers, the Facebookers out there that have sent some very heinous, threatening information and things of that nature, threatened to be outside of our house, all kinds of nasty things. So we're not disclosing our location at this time, unless you're law
Chris
enforcement.
Proudfoot, is
or you
that
need to
one
know.
of the reasons you left the home?
One of them, yes, ma'am.
Question to you guys. When police came in and processed your home, did they look with, for instance, luminol? Did they check? What did they do when they searched your
Maybe this wasn't it. Hold on. Let's see here. Dog. I'm pretty sure it was. If they barked. Maybe it's, let me do pond. Oh, there's how regarding from the Proudfoot home to the retention pond. Okay, it's probably right here. Probably about right here, maybe.
Coming in, I think a lot of us are very excited that they are going to
Bear with me.
basically canvass this road, and they are actually telling civilians to hang back. Nobody needs to search this anymore. You need to stop. You need
joining us have by the time interviews
Where I couldn't even form words anymore, and my husband.
Proudfoot not call 911 immediately? And here's your chance to answer that.
Because by the time I realized my son was missing and I called my husband, at that point I was hysterical. I was at.
What do you mean hysterical? Hold on. How the hell are you hysterical within 3 minutes? You're hysterical within 3 minutes. You wake up, you go check Sebastian. He's not there. You look around the house. You say a minute or two, and you're already hysterical. That quick? Instant hysteria. Just hysteria. Just instant. You're insane, in my opinion. Look like Nancy. It's got to be on up here. To the retention pond, the dogs followed the trail half a mile. Yes, ma'am. Okay, this is it. Maybe it's not. Let me check here. The barn. Okay, yep, this is it right here. Okay. Listen
Given
to
to me, and
Edgar.
it's currently in my garage.
Listen to Edgar right here.
Has anything been taken out of the home?
No, ma'am.
I was curious about a statement that Miss Proudfoot made earlier that canine dogs
Right here.
hit on the barn, around the home, and near a retention pond. Did that happen?
I'm not sure about the barn, but the retention pond, yes.
Because law enforcement says the dogs did not hit.
See? Right there. Nancy asked. He said around the retention pond, yes. He has stated this in every interview. And Nancy challenges him back with truth. Well, law enforcement says no bueno.
But Miss
There's been
Proudfoot says they did hit around the retention pond.
So there's been a lot of miscommunication in regards to what is and what is not. To help clear that up.
To help clear it up, did you hear what the police said?
Law enforcement has actually spoken directly with me, showed me a few things. What I can tell you is from day one, there was 5 dogs that started the scent for the search. And then after that, from the next 8 days out from that, there have been dogs from all over the country that have come in and done searches and had scent hits in various locations. But I would say
Do you hear Cruella clearing her throat? Listen to that.
and had scent hits in various locations. But I would say a certain percentage of them tend to go toward the same spot, which would have been a retention pond.
So, Edgar, if that is so true, like you say it is, then how did you argue out of both sides of your mouth? Because you say that there's this scent, and then you say, Sebastian left nothing, no sort of evidence. So he's a ninja. Call him a ninja. Call him Houdini. You don't remember that conversation, Edgar? You just change it to whoever you're talking to when they call it out.
The law enforcement dogs did not hit on the retention pond. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, that's a good question as well. What he says in various spots, several various spots. I think it's what he says. Really? So so Edgar, you're saying there is several various spots that they actually hit on? Bingo. Justin, Sebastian left no evidence. And the best part about it. And he even lied about saying that he didn't say the best part about it. It's freaking obvious. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something. Mommy dearest, Cruella, she is sitting right there across from them with her cue cards. That's what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. Edgar, not Edgar, sorry. Mr. Donkey, hey Sativa. He, instead of cue cards, he has it written on his tooth for KK.
No, I'm saying they did. There was at least 3 that I know for a fact that did hit on the retention pond.
And the pond has been drained, correct? And there was nothing there.
Yes, ma'am. They have walked it, drained it, and there's nothing. The retention pond was only knee deep, anyways.
How do you know it was knee deep, Edgar? How do you know it was knee deep? Did you have boots on? Do you have boots, Edgar, that come up to your knees? Did you wear? Do you wear a hat, Edgar? Do you wear like a ball hat? Did anyone wear a Tennessee shirt?
On one occasion, Mr. Proudfoot, you stated that you and Mrs. Proudfoot have been, quote, vetted and cleared of foul play. That was stated on Chronicles of Olivia. Is that true? What do you mean by that?
Shit, he said that day one.
So after working with law enforcement of all agencies, they have actually told us that there is no foul play, no nefarious issues. We've been cleared of all wrongdoing. We are working extremely cooperative with all law enforcement agencies at any point in time that they've called, come to the house, anything.
Edgar, you know that's not true. They did say that you were being cooperative. They did not say that there was no foul play, that you have been cleared, that there is no wrongdoing. That's right. Sativa got it. Sativa just got it. Survey said that's a lie. That's a lie. Yes, exactly. Hey, Bill. So, why would you say that? Because every interview that you have ever spoken about, it has always been about clearing yourselves rather than finding Sebastian, in my opinion. Justin showed a great timeline a couple streams ago showing foul play was started early on when law enforcement stopped ground searching. Yes. Yes. It was, this has been, in my opinion, well, it's been foul play since literally March 4th. And even Nick Barris says a few days before. And I showed all that the other stream the other day. Completely spelled it out.
Was Sebastian angry or upset before he?
Edgar, what I would like to know now, and it is 10 days. 10 days will be 1 year. Sebastian has been missing. Actually, 9, in my opinion. And if there's not an arrest in the next 10 days or so, then law enforcement needs to come out And they need to answer and just flat out say it that this is during a press conference, a criminal investigation. Now, I showed you the email of Mr. Carter emailing saying, well, this is a criminal investigation. Right. I've been called a liar for that, everything as well. I don't really care about that, but I don't make up anything. But I've been called a liar about that. Someone thinks that I would actually make up a freaking email with a detective. Nope. Nope. I follow the law.
Disappeared.
No, ma'am.
Not to my knowledge.
What is your theory about where is Sebastian?
Yeah, second.
I wish I knew where he was, to be honest.
Your theory. Your theory.
I think it's possible.
Now listen, I want you to listen to what she says here. Because obviously, if you don't know what happened to your son, you have every parent, every person has a theory, right? What is the most likely? Listen to what she says here.
To be honest,
Your theory. Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son
Why?
because I feel like if he had been close to the house or had walked off, that we would found him by now with as many people as we had searching.
Yeah. Yeah. But the problem is your husband sitting right beside of you, KK, says the best part about it is, you know, Sebastian didn't leave any evidence. You said he walked out the door. I don't know why he walked out the door. And you're right. I mean, the camera across from your house, you turn the lights on. Just turning the lights on from inside your home, it kicks on the camera. It certainly kicks it on if anybody's in front of your house. So, can you just save it and not say that he walked out your house? Can you just, because he didn't. You tell me how every camera in the neighborhood missed Sebastian, but picked up someone taking out the trash earlier that evening. How did that happen? How did they miss every single camera? But you know what wasn't missed is at 3:10 a.m. whenever there was this very unusual circumstance for that neighborhood. The vehicle shows up and they get out and they go right at direction right at your house. They didn't go to the other side of your house. You can't see past that. And there's nothing to suggest that they went past your house either, because those flashlights and all of that, if you go to the front of your house, there's cameras. So if those people that, or the person that got out of the car and walked towards your house and then past your home or between your home, it would have been seen in front of your house then, those flashlights, and on other cameras. So we know it went to your house. It went to your house. Two people came out. walked to the car, did something around the car. The one gets in, and the other one hauls ass coming back. It's interesting, isn't it? And what's even more interesting is that Edgar and KK are not interested in that. That they are not interested. Now, you guys know how Edgar is about people on his property, right? Y'all know what a stickler he is, right? I mean, don't even hang up signs in his neighborhood of his missing stepchild. Don't even do that. Don't put it on his telephone pole right beside his house. Don't do that. Right? Emails people, nope, you can't come and do this with the dogs. You come on my property, this. But out of that night, the night that the child Sebastian Rogers goes missing, 15 years old, he doesn't care about those two flashlights. Imagine that. Any other time, damn, you better not get on his property. You better not get on his property. But the night his kid goes missing, stepchild, KK. We have looked over that so many times. Your body language in Olivia's interview and your behavior. Thank you, Ann. Completely. It's as obvious as it gets. It's as obvious as it gets. It is amazing to me that people still say, I think he walked out the house. In what planet? In what planet? If someone stole his bike, he'd be demanding to know who that was. Oh, he wouldn't think those were flashlights. He wouldn't think those were flashlights, right? Any other time you even mention about someone coming to the neighborhood, putting up signs or anything, he is all over it. He is emailing. Look at what he said to CJ. Right? Made a nasty comment to CJ. CJ, I hear you said you were coming to my neighborhood. Let this be a formal warning or whatever he said. And this is people who just wants to find Sebastian at no cost to either one of them. I got an email with Edgar. I don't know what I did with it right now, but it's an email with Edgar speaking related to him sending. It might be one of these. Let me check. It's an email where he's talking about, don't come on. The dogs aren't allowed. He sent it to Seth and Tony and someone else. Forever Nikki, thank you so much, my dear. Very kind of you. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. It's just amazing to me how he shifts the narrative to, and that's, it's just weird. It's really weird.
Have you checked his social media?
He doesn't have social media.
Have you checked his phone?
His phone has been thoroughly checked. Yes, ma'am.
Have you handed your phones to police, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we have.
And Edgar bitched.
Has police searched all of your devices, your laptop, your iPad, everything?
Everything. Yes, ma'am.
Other than you, Miss Proudfoot, who is the last person that saw or heard Sebastian alive the Sunday before he went missing?
Two of his aunts, a cousin, and the staff where we had dinner.
And that was at BJ's the night before, or the bowling alley?
So BJ's, and then we went to the bowling alley, and then after the bowling alley, we went to dinner before coming home.
Listen to this right here.
I want to follow up again on the dogs hitting. Earlier, Ms. Proudfoot had stated the dogs hit around the house, the barn, and at the retention pond. Is that correct?
I don't know.
I do
about
too,
the barn,
Blackhawk.
the barn, but I do know that they did track to the pond. Yes.
Did the dogs also hit around the house?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
This is what Jennifer Coffindaffer is talking about. KK just spread a lie right here. You are getting lies that is coming from the parents, the ones that should be the best advocates possible. Was there scent in the yard of Sebastian's house? Yes. Was there scent inside the house of Sebastian's? Yes. You expect it. He lives there. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go to the pond. It didn't go anywhere, Edgar. In my opinion, if it was anyone's scent, it was from more likely an adult, a familiar scent. But we don't even know that to be true. So why do you want this narrative? Why do you want something untruthful? Aren't you wanting to actually find the right thing that happened to Sebastian? If you are, then you're going to say the right factual things. You would rather talk about one dog than you would the other 20. Why? That's very concerning. Because obviously, with the game of what we call telephone, also social media as well, people hear things, they or they will understand something differently, and there will be misinformation. Every single case. It's human behavior. It's how people hear it, how they understand it. But as a mom, as a stepdad, if you know better and you really want him found, you would say, you know, we just got his scent around the house, inside the house. It didn't go anywhere. So, how did he get? You should be asking the same question as everyone else right now. Well, then, how did he get out? Then, where did he go? If he didn't, there's no scent going out of the yard. How did he get out? It means he was either carried or he got in a vehicle. Now, the problem with the vehicle part is there is no vehicles that came up to the house that night. Now, there's one that went right there, the 3 a.m., and it goes, catty corner, if you will, to their house. And there is activity there. But if Sebastian walked out, first of all, the cameras would kick on. And second of all, if he walked out to a car, cameras would kick on. So, in my opinion, there's only two ways he could have gotten out of there. And both, based upon what we know, what we have seen with our own eyes, even though it's since literally March 4th, neither one of them are on of his accord, on his own doing. I have thought more on that vehicle pulling out of the garage. Mm-hmm.
On the outside of the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Were they scent dogs or cadaver dogs?
They brought in both cadaver and tracking dogs.
Which dog hit? A cadaver dog or a scent dog?
Scent dog.
It's all been scent dogs that have hit. The cadaver dogs have not hit on anything that we know of.
What do you believe Sebastian was wearing when he disappeared? And would that have been what he slept in?
Yes. So the clothes, the black sweatpants with the white stripes and the long.
I don't believe they even know what he slept in. I don't even know if they remember.
Sleek black shirt. That is what he went to bed in. And the reason that I believe he was still wearing those clothes is because when we searched, I did not find those clothes in the house. So I have to assume that that's what he was still wearing.
That's what you said about the flashlight too. That's what you said about the flashlight too. Did you were those clothes thrown?
Wearing.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you say that's what he wore when he went to bed?
Yes, ma'am.
Joining us right now, in addition to Katie Proudfoot and Chris Proudfoot, the bio mom and stepdad of Sebastian, an all-star panel. First to Brian Trasher joining us, Vice President of the Cajun Navy, who has joined the search. Brian, thank you for being with us. Who asked you to join the search?
Well, we had deployed a team up to Nashville, Tennessee last week in response to the missing college student, Riley Strain. And we stayed up there until he was found. While we were
I just saw a comment. They said Drake's Creek Silver was looking. Drake's Creek was now a river. Flooding can be a wonderful thing to find people. It can also be a blessing.
In the area, we had a lot of people reaching out to us on social media, saying that there was a young boy who had been missing for several weeks that was only about 20 miles away from where we were. So we talked to a few people, got some information, and decided to deploy part of our team that was already up there to Sumter County to investigate and see what we could do to help out.
You went on your own. Were you asked to join?
We were asked to join. I'm not sure specifically who some of our people talk to, but we get requests all the time, and we'll reach out. We'll try to get either a family member or a close friend of the family, just so we know we're talking to people connected to the family. And somebody had reached out and asked us to join, since we already had assets so close to Sumner County.
Tell me what you have been doing, Brian Trasher, or everyone with me, the VP.
Okay. Most people, if there is a crime, and remains have been taken and placed somewhere else, it is usually within no more than 100 feet, and that's pushing it, really pushing it, from the road, a road. Whether that is, a country road, a road there's a farm, old country roads, little dirt roads, things like that. So, because, it's very hard, if someone unalives someone and they have to carry them, it's very difficult, right? It's very difficult. So that's why they're usually pretty close to a road. Back roads in the parkway from what we heard, but who knows? Yep. Yep, and I think that they need to, I think we need to, I think we're, if something happened to him, it need to look close to roads.
Of the Cajun Navy, who has joined in the search. You can find them at CajunNavyRelief.com. Brian, tell me what you guys have been doing.
Just real for the United Cajun Navy, we're the original.
Okay. I'm going to go right back to Jennifer here, and then I'll pull up something else if she brings it up here, because I want to listen to this.
Was reported missing. So I would believe now, as I reported several weeks ago, that the 25th was actually the last seen date. The 26th was the date he was reported missing.
I agree. I think whatever happened to Sebastian, it happened the 25th. I've always thought that, and I will continue to think that until otherwise. She always talks about Sunday. She starts out Sunday and she ends on Sunday until she says she wakes up the next morning and he's not there.
To clarify that. So going back to the clothing, Chris Proudfoot says that clothing was used by law enforcement with the dogs to try to get a scent, which makes a lot of sense, specifically if they particularly in my opinion, would have used the shoes because that has quite close contact, or the socks, pants. But in any event, that's what was said. But I want to talk really quickly about this clothing. This clothing, again, according to Chris Proudfoot, is in the possession of law enforcement as we speak. But there's something interesting, I think anyway, about the clothing that was reportedly on Sebastian Rogers when he went missing. It is reported to be a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses, right? Again, no socks, no shoes, and I'm going to circle back on that later. But there's not a lot of specificity, only is there. I think there is more specificity about the specific sweatpants. In fact, we have seen the description of those as being not exactly.
Thank you so much, my beautiful Veronica. Hey, did stop get my pick at the cycle. Get my pick at the cycle shop. Apple Watch. I can't tell if it is or not. Much love. Didn't know if you went over that or not. Oh, that's a very good point. Did you send it? Did you, Veronica, did you text it to me? Did you text it to me or did you email it? That's a very, very, very good point. We can check that. Very good point, Veronica. If you text it to me, can you text me again, like right now? If you'll text it to me right now, I'll show it.
Sweatpants that are 100% cotton, like one might imagine, with the elastic at the feet and elastic around the waist. It was reported as more specific than that. And I think that may come in as being important.
Thank you, baby.
At a later time. But nevertheless, he was reported, and I thought this was very interesting recently when Chris Proudfoot was asked this question. He was almost irritated, and he said, "That's never changed. It's never look back at the flyers or words to that effect. You can look back. That's never changed." I just wonder if that clothing may become important.
I agree.
May become important later.
I agree. I think I absolutely agree with her 1,000%. I think later down the road, the clothing is going to be something very important. Mark the words, February 16th, 2025, timestamp 7:54 p.m. It's going to be very important. Law enforcement seem to think that we don't know what he's wearing. In fact, they said that as well. I agree.
But nevertheless, I just wanted to say that according to law enforcement, and they're very specific, there was no scent of Sebastian Rogers followed by the dogs to the construction site, to a retention pond, up and down the street, nothing. So that's what law enforcement has said.
Survey says
and multiple
yes.
points of law enforcement. So to be clear, the scent of Sebastian Rogers was.
I think Jennifer is referring to clothing in general. Oh, hey, Tony. A lot will be cleared up tomorrow night. Might be a good time to share some information that the public isn't privy to yet. Oh, yeah. Let's go, Tony. Let's go. I think you're right, Tony. I think you're right, buddy. Gemini, thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Justin, thank you for going over this night. Hugs, Jeremy. Thank you. I wasn't planning on going over this tonight, but we can do the other thing tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Which tomorrow we won't be covering it either, because tomorrow we'll be covering Lore Lodge afterward, honey. We will have the tea right here as soon as Mr. Lore Lodge says thank you and good night. Breaking news. I got my eyebrows extra arched today, or tomorrow. I'll have them extra arched for you. Okay. So, hallelujah. Hallelujah, as my granny would say. I don't know what time. Oh, honey, we were gonna all be at Lore Lodge tomorrow. And who was that mod timing us out last time? Aiden, come on now. I'm a member from I have 2 memberships with you. Sorry. That was timed out. And I don't even get like crazy in chat. Right. I am sitting up front tomorrow night. Yes. We'll pop our popcorn. Oh, girls, I cannot wait till tomorrow. Because I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have no idea what time it is. Tony, do you know what time it's going to be tomorrow? I don't think they're having a live chat. Good. Fine by me. 7 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be live probably by 9. I'll be live literally as soon as it ends. Thank you. Good night. Live. He wasn't wearing black. You don't think so, SL? What's my feeling? I can't say. I can't say. Can't say. But I have a feeling.
It's not tracked by any canines outside of the home that we are
Take
aware
out
of.
tomorrow.
And in fact, quite the opposite. We've been told the opposite. So I just wanted to allay that. Some of you I know already know this. You watch this closely, but I've had many questions about that and I see it circulating again. All right. I want to talk about a communication that came in. Actually, it's been probably about 10 days or so, but it's been a while since I've had a live on Sebastian
call me.
Rogers, and I thought it
Hold
was
on.
important.
Call me. What are you blocked on? What's your normal screen name? I mean, he didn't, by the way, he didn't block me. Like, Aiden's a good guy. I really support Aiden, if you haven't noticed, but go ahead, let her talk. Let's give her some attention. Because I have very few people blocked on my channel. Very, very few. I think there's maybe 40. 40. Just let me know. Okay. Okay, you're hurt, but tell me your screen name.
To relay to you all. So specifically, I want to talk about a communication that was written by Heather Cohen, not Cohn, Cohen. Heather Cohen was initially hired by Seth Rogers, Sebastian's biological father. And she worked alongside Chloe, who a lot of people know from Twitter, or Twitter X, who's also a PI, who was working free of charge on this case very early on. They both worked very early on. And in fact,
Yeah.
from my understanding,
I fixed
Heather
it,
Cohen only
Sherry. She
worked
sent me the
about
link.
2 weeks on the
I
case.
fixed it for you.
They were asked to leave the case.
Sometimes
And
it's an accident.
you can look, there's publicly, Seth sort of says why. There were a lot of issues. I'm going to leave.
Guys, if you are ever blocked for any reason for any creator and you don't know why, um, it can really happen. Just an accident, and it happens frequently, unfortunately, especially phone modding. If you're listening and it's in your back pocket or something, so email the creator and just say, hey, this is my link to my channel. I feel like I was maybe accidentally blocked or whatever. And it's probably nothing personal. Promise.
Leave it at that. I'm not on here to disparage anyone. There's always, multiple factors when a PI is told not to investigate it.
But I'm not really sure the call me person was blocked. It might have been maybe because they obviously didn't tell me their screen name that they were blocked from.
Anymore. Sometimes it's because the individual doesn't like the results. Sometimes it's because the individual PI or the individual hiring the PI feels like they found someone better to do a better job. Sometimes, especially in these cases that are so emotional, where it's your child that's missing, there's almost no results other than finding him that are going to please a client. A lot of times there's other things that go on behind the
I'll look right
scenes
now.
that people
Hold on.
might not be aware of that cause a client maybe to lose their faith in the investigation that private investigator is doing. So there could be a whole, set of reasons, but nevertheless, they parted ways. Seth no longer wanted them working on the case. I wanted to read something that was written on February 3rd, Justice Warrior Investigations. And I want to make it clear that Heather Cohen is a licensed private investigator and again worked on this case for about 2 weeks from what I can ascertain. She says, and you can tell she's angry. I'll read the words. Please, for the love of God, stop calling and messaging me about the Sebastian Rogers case. I only worked on that case for about 2 weeks, months ago. I am not, all capital, involved in that case in any way. I understand that we all want him found. I do too. But I have a ton of other cases to tend to now, and I do not have the time or energy to be interrogated by every damn armchair detective that is passionate about his disappearance. Again, I get it. I want him found as badly as you do. I'm trying to be nice, but do not come at me with this, where's the box crap. I do not have the box. I never had the box. I didn't take that picture of the box that is circulating around social media, and I'm not working with Dog or anyone from his team in the background. I do not even speak about the case anymore, period. Prayers for Sebastian, exclamation point, Heather. Why am I even bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because there seems to be some interest, confusion, about this box. And this box, I think I have a picture on it on here somewhere. This box basically has been circulated. It says, I believe, like Katie at the top and photos and something else.
What was it that just said they were blocked a minute ago? I was trying to see what it was. I
Conjunction
see what it was.
with that box has also
She
been
read it.
mentioned a mattress mattress pad with urine stains. And this kind of was starting to just take fire. And then it died down, and now it's been re-flamed up because Heather is making this strong stance. And I think she's making this stance because she's saying, listen, I'm not legitimizing this box. I'm not saying I believe in it. I'm not saying that it was even found. It certainly wasn't found by me. And so I just wanted to clear up, to make it very clear that I don't believe the box or the mattress pad that I understand has any investigative merit in this case. I saw actually words from law enforcement that indicated they were not interested in that box. So I just wanted to clear that up because I see, discussion, rumors sort of flying around, and I just kind of wanted to quell all of that. I want to add that should that box be of significance, or should this urine stain mattress pad be of significance, law enforcement, I believe, will handle it appropriately. I have to have trust and faith that they will. I have to have trust and faith that they will, or would have. But it's my understanding it's not significant. So I just kind of wanted to quell that rumor that's sort of taken flight again a little bit. All right. I want to talk about some of this film footage, the 100 hours of film footage that I talked about a little bit before, that SF Investigates says he has. He has it from different neighbors. And do I believe there's 100 hours of footage? I believe there's probably way more than 100 hours of footage that law enforcement has. But there's some specific footage that's kind of floating around again that an older couple may have had. Again, there are neighbors that are certainly, that are certainly have gone to the media, have talked to the media, have talked to different individuals that are trying to help provide information to their knowledge.
I don't know. Morgan, I heard that. I don't know if he did or he didn't though. I personally don't believe any civilian, if you will, has anything significant that really matters, especially the corner house. I don't think there's anything like that. It won't let me write. I text you. I see you call me. Dancing Queen. I just checked. I didn't see you there. Go in with your account again, Dancing Queen, and see if it'll let you. Then let me check this.
So I think that when it comes to these videos, unless SF Investigates is going to show us these videos, or one of these neighbors is going to come forward and provide these particular
I'm going to show y'all.
sessions, we likely aren't going.
I don't know if this is a watch or not. Look at this. Tell me what y'all think. Is that an Apple Watch? Is that an Apple Watch? What do y'all think? That's if I zoom, it'll probably just here. I can do it like this, maybe. I can put it under a program, maybe. Here we go. Well, damn it. Here, I'll see if we can do it under Canva. We'll try it like this. Yeah, I've got the Texas Roadhouse. That's what I was looking at right now. I'm trying to find a spot where, oops, wrong one. Trying to find a spot where I can tell you she always wears it on her left arm. She always wears it on her left arm. It's really blurry. What do y'all think it's a bracelet? To me, it doesn't look like a watch. There's nothing on top. I don't think it looks big enough either. Well, I know she wears a bracelet. The face our apples are white. Yes. I don't either, War. They search the info on the Apple Watch? This no idea. Not a very flattering shot. Well, maybe medical bracelet. No, this is like I think it's like one of those silicone bracelets. may even be who was Marlena? Justin, not Marlena Cantu. I don't see Marlena. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't see what's happening in chat. But if mods, if they're being crazy, just block them. I don't see anybody named Marlena, so that's looks like a band. Yeah, I agree, Smiley. Does it just say Marlena? Yeah, mods will take care of it. Fun fact, it's a real thing, a bond bracelet. Google it, y'all. Google it, y'all. Googly moogly. Here, I'm going to show you some of the video here in just a second. Cloned account.
To know. At night, and this is a good segue in, Nick and Dog. I wanted to talk about them a little bit. Nick has gone very silent recently in regard to Sebastian Rogers, I should say. Not silent completely, of course, but just in regard to Sebastian Rogers. And Dog has been a little quiet. But I want to say why. And many of you may know this answer. And it is because, and I will note that, 1210, Nick has a green tape over his mouth, I think signifying he's trying to be talking about
All
the
right, I got
case
another
very much anymore.
I got another picture. It's definitely not an Apple Watch. Definitely not an Apple Watch. Definitely not an Apple Watch. Nope. No way. Where did that Apple Watch go? My neck, my back, my Apple Watch, and my snacks. Yes, honey. Just do it now. Mm-mm-mm. Eat those snacks like you should right now. Look what you did, Trump won. Look what you did. Where did you come up with that, and why did I sing it? Yeah, but I don't know why she would have a Fitbit when she's already got an Apple Watch. Right? Oh, Castle Honey, don't even give him. If someone's in here being silly, don't even give him attention, baby. The mods will just take care of it. Mods will just take care of it. We don't give him any attention. That's definitely not an Apple Watch. I think is Tony in here? Tony, to the office, please. Tony, to the office. If it is, I think he needs to ask, or not ask, but notify investigators that there may be a watch missing. And if there's a watch missing, then there could be some other things missing. I think in another video I saw her watch. Which one be great? Because in the interview with the news. The hands interview, you see both of her arms. We checked the other day. The hands interview, she does not have a watch on. The one with Holly, you know, the one that's she's always the reporter's like really nice. She's like, you know, that one. No watch. No watch in Olivia's either. I don't know, Holly. You know what I mean? Like, would you know, if you wear it, you know, it's going to know if you're awake, if you're asleep, if you've taken it off even. Let me pull that up. Okay, Gamma. Yeah. Different phone in her back pocket. You think so? Hmm. Let me look. Let me pull up some videos and we'll check right now. My neck, my back. Veronica, thank you, my dear. Got you on that one. Gemini too. How you doing, girl? Thanks for going over this tonight. Hugs to me. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. What was the third thing? My neck, my back, something, and my snacks. What was the third thing? I can't remember. I don't remember. KK and my snacks.
And on
Do it
119,
now.
he alleged very specific death
I am.
threats
Someone
that
did.
were
Right now.
received. They're very specific, and most of it's on social media, but I think there might have been some private ones that he's alleged. And he also alleged that he has gone to law enforcement. He submitted everything on the FBI IC3 website, and that's been all forwarded. And that's what he should do. And I think it's a great approach he has, and Dog the Bounty Hunter have, being more quiet on everything, because I do also believe Dog the Bounty Hunter, whether you like him or not, Nick, whether you like him or not, particularly Dog and Dog with the help of Nick, they have a huge reach. Dog the Bounty Hunter has 600,000 to 700,000 followers just talking about Twitter X alone. And his engagement is huge. When he posts something, thousands and thousands and thousands of people engage. So he's not just an account that's dormant. He's an account with a significant following and significant reach to get information out, to get Sebastian's face out, to get his name out. And he also, because of that, they receive a lot of tips. Sumner County is small, and the section that would be working on this case is small. So, and depending on exactly how much involvement they've engaged TBI and the FBI, they have limited time. And don't get me wrong, when a lead comes into them, I believe wholeheartedly that it is followed up on. But I'm just saying there's a lot of leads that people call in. They do not want their name to go to the FBI or TBI or Sumner County, or in other words, they don't want their name out there, and they don't trust law enforcement to keep it quiet, to be anonymous. They don't want their name in some database that they provided a clue or information. They are apprehensive, maybe even because they've committed a crime. So they do not want to be anything but anonymous in providing information. This is why Dog and Nick at night is so important, because it provides an alternate avenue for leads to come in and for the PI that they currently employ
Holy
to
shit.
follow up on these.
Holy shit. She's got that watch on at the Roadhouse. She's got that on at the Roadhouse. She sure does. Look at there. That is clearly an Apple Watch there. After the Roadhouse, she does not have it on. She doesn't have it on after that. At all. I wonder, but she doesn't have a bracelet on. She doesn't have that bracelet on. Probably, Castle. Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. Thank you, Be Great 88 coin. Eating with TP's daughter. She has her watch on. She does have a Apple Watch on. Now she does. Now she has an Apple Watch. Right? But afterwards, for the first few weeks, there is no Apple Watch on. At all. Let me see this. Look at this right here. It just needs to be noted, you know, you just want authorities to know, could she have handed it? No, I don't think so, Lisa. I don't think so, in my opinion. That's clearly an Apple Watch. The only thing is, in my opinion, that needs to be noted is, was it taken into inventory? Was it taken into inventory? If it was, fine. You know what I mean? That's right. You're absolutely right, lovely. I forgot about that. There's so much to this. I completely forgot about that. You can actually see it light up when her phone lights up. Yep. But did she have it on during the Fix Fox and Friends interview? Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me put back on our friend Jennifer Coffindaffer. Love Jennifer. And I will tell you, hold on.
And they have the manpower and background to follow up. So there is, in my opinion, there's almost no downside to people being involved in these cases from that aspect. Everyone should be saying Sebastian's name. Everyone should be typing his name. Everyone, hopefully weekly at least, should be sending out his face. I just received information from one account, and then I also saw it on another account that they were with people from Tennessee, and the people from Tennessee had no idea who Sebastian Rogers is. And that doesn't surprise me at all. I always say this when it comes to jury pools. Everybody's so worried. Oh, there's so much information. Unless you're a newsie, unless you're a true crime buff.
She does not lift her hand or her arm at all. She doesn't lift at all. Guys, if there is mods, please don't if someone is, you know, being out of order, just take care of them. Just take care of them. There are no timeouts. It is, if someone is, it's just a block. Okay, that's just it. We're extremely fair here, and we have we rarely have to block anybody. So you have to be pretty special to be blocked. So if someone is okay, thank you, Shannon. All right, I want to find something. Hold on one second. Let me find it.
You just don't. I always use the Karen Reed case every time I travel, just to get a sense. I always ask everybody, have you ever heard of Karen Reed? You ever heard of Karen Reed? When I am on the plane with anybody from Boston or Massachusetts or that general Northeast area, I have yet to come across one person.
Yeah, Bam Bam. We looked the other day in the first two news interviews. She does not. The hands interviews, because she actually shows both arms. She reaches over. In the hands interview, there is no watch on the hands interview. There's no watch with Holly Thompson where she says, I don't know why he walked out that door. And what else is there? In Chronicles of Olivia, no watch either. Chronicles of Olivia was March 18th. March 18th. So I have not seen a picture with her with an Apple Watch after March, or before March 18th, rather. Let me check Nancy. That's a good one, Ginger. Let me check Nancy. 1 second.
Just your average Joe sitting there eating or on the plane next to me flying that has any clue about Karen Reed. And Idaho 4 is even underneath that. Everybody just says, yeah, they remember some students, because as time lingers on and the names and the faces are not on mainstream media and not on social media, people forget. And that's why I promise and I vow that I'll continue on this platform featuring Sebastian Rogers, even when nobody seems to care anymore, because that will happen. If you look at Summer Wells, I mean, barely hear or see anything about her. Everybody's sort of just given up. And, you know, it's such a sad case. And I just don't want to see that happen for round 2 with Sebastian. So going to keep his name, going to keep his face, and I really hope everybody else does. And I continue.
She does not show it. She does not show it, her arms, in Nancy Grace. There is nothing that I can find before March 18th that she has a watch on. She did Holly Thompson, Duchess, the first interview. They never showed their faces on those. Chronicles of Olivia, March 18th. Nothing. Nancy Grace, you don't see arms. Smileys, they stayed off camera. None. The question just needs to be asked. Has the watch been shown? Did they take it in inventory? We don't need an answer for that. That's what law enforcement. But lovely, court is long time after, right? People can get watches months after, right? Upgrades, get another one, all of that. If you have a watch, an Apple Watch, you wear it on the daily. You wear it on the daily. Right. My question, I know she's worn Apple Watches since. That's not a question. We just want to make sure that law enforcement knows that they're, just to make sure they didn't miss anything, because Edgar and KK said in Nancy Grace's interview that they took everything, right? So it's just an observation that on the night before Sebastian goes missing, hours later, well, not hours later, days later, after that, you don't see, there's no, there's in any of them. Right? What do you mean by that, Bubbly Beth? Yeah, I mean, because it tracks your sleeping, right? Fitness watch. I like the fitness watches better. Yeah, I'm not saying it is, or I'm not saying it's a new watch. I'm not saying, I just, it's just a question that you want to pose to law enforcement. It's either, they'll know the answer, right? Oh, wow, we don't have that in our inventory. Oh, yeah, we've had that in our inventory. No big deal. That's all. Just what about the barbecue place when they were eating? I think they were on the phone, remember? Yes. But when was the barbecue thingy? When was the barbecue thing? We need the left arm. Left arm. She wears it on the left. Barbecue was March 24th. If someone has it, they can text it to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. People generally wear watches on left arm.
Continue to be just
Check
shocked
something.
at the threats, and this has been from the beginning of this case, threats and just nastiness. And people, everybody has a position on this case. There's a strong front of YouTube personalities and social media personalities that back, if you will, the Proudfoots. And, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I back Sebastian. I back finding him. I don't believe Seth was involved. I've said that time and time again because he has an alibi and I do not see the motivation. But bigger than anything, he was working. He's a guard. He was working. And also in watching his actions post disappearance were very telling to me. I always say, an example of sort of a perfect reaction of a family that has someone missing are certainly the Petitos and the Schmidts. And I wanted to highlight that there's going to be a Netflix coming out regarding that case again. I'm not on that one. I filmed about 3 different ones, but I don't think that it was one of those. The thing is with these filming engagements, you film and then sometimes it's 9 months later or a year later that something actually comes out. I did one on the CW that was months ago. It was Brian Enton and myself, Laura Ingle, and it just came out. I didn't even know it. The producers called me at about 9:30 and it came out at 9 that night. And I said, oh, okay, I'll flick it on. And they did a great job with it, by the way. I mean, it was on the missing moms, the 2 Kansas missing moms, but just wanted to plug a little bit the Netflix on Gabby Petito, because there has been a lot of civil suits and other things that have happened. And for me, not only do I think the world of the Petitos and the Schmidts, and I've had the honor to meet them and talk with them. Sorry, wrong pipe. But how they handled a missing child was so graceful and so amazing. And that to me is sort of the litmus test of how to work together.
All right, I'm going to show you
to find a
something here.
missing child as parents. Of
Spell
course,
it
the
out.
big problem with this case is I believe Seth, the biological father, has a lot of questions in terms of Katie Proudfoot and Chris Proudfoot that he developed after a lot of the abuses came to light in terms of Chris Proudfoot and how he treated Sebastian. We did a whole red flag series on that, or segment on that, so I'm not going to get into those weeds again. But I just want to say that I think that that is attributed to the reason that there's sort of these 2 camps. I don't care what camp you're on. Please just keep saying his name. Please keep getting flyers out. Please post on your social media, whatever it is, Instagram, TikTok, please post about him, because there's still a lot of people that have never heard of him, don't know anything about this case. And how can we know if there isn't important information that somebody might have seen that took place? And I believe the wee morning hours of that night, sometime, as we know, between 12 and
Thank you, Be Great 88. Eating with CP's daughter, she has her watch on. That I think you only see the right side of her, but it'll be I need to find the next time we see her having a watch on as well. But I'm going to show you this in just a second. I'm putting it together right now.
That
Give me 2 seconds.
caused Sebastian to not be found. So ask that on both sides of wherever you stand. Let's see. Okay. I want to talk about whether this is a criminal investigation. I still find it shocking that some people are calling this just, a missing case. It's just a missing case. It is not just a missing case. This is a criminal investigation, period. End of story. Brandon Carter, in January, I think it was January 10th, 2025, called it a criminal investigation. The FBI, who offered us that $50K reward, they do not get involved in these cases with reward funds unless it's a criminal investigation.
Yeah, maybe in a little bit SL.
As early as when the Uvalde group was there helping search, they said, we're out. It's a criminal investigation. That's what they had been told. In fact, they did a whole write-up on it that's really good. I featured it on one of my other lives, but basically very early on, when I say very early on, certainly after April of 2024, at some point, it became, I believe, a criminal investigation, probably shortly thereafter. Let me see. In that regard, I'll just say this. I find it very interesting that the mother of the missing child, Katie Proudfoot, at this point has gone radio silent and in hibernation.
Me too,
Rare.
Jen. Me too. Wonder why.
Rare
Wonder why.
for her not wanting to use her voice to garner sympathy, to
garner her son back, perhaps. Yes. Where was that? Where was that comment? Where was that comment at? Someone just said she had a thing on at the Texas Roadhouse. Yes, she did. She absolutely did. She has an Apple Watch right here. The truth never changes. Fact. Amen, girlfriend. Thank you for your support. Really do appreciate you. It's a criminal investigation. Certainly is. All right. The 25th, Sunday, February 25th. She has a watch. Right? Watch. This is Holly Thompson. This is March 4th. No watch. March 4th, no watch. And Chronicles of Olivia, March 18th, no watch. March 18th, no watch. Well, that's what we want to make sure of. That's why we're asking. Right? Now, later on, she has an Apple Watch. Right? Later on, she has an Apple Watch. We just want to make sure that they got that watch. Yeah, it's a rubber. I told you it's a silicone bracelet. Oh, yeah, the day that they cut back and said it's an investigation is the day that they came out speaking. Hmm. So almost every pig now replaced with lost. Yes. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Hold on. KK has it's probably you can see it's a watch. It's an Apple Watch. She has a very long history of wearing that Apple Watch on the left arm. I got you, Julie. I got you. Very long history. You can see it. You can see the square right there in the middle. Right there. I guys, I see Julie. It's okay. I got you. I got you, Julie. I got you, honey. Just give me a second. Right there. This is she's got a long, long history of wearing this said Apple Watch, right? Um okay. And then she replaces it with now I will say, and I'm because I'm pretty sure I have seen her with an Apple Watch on since. Now, in court, she did not have an Apple Watch on. In court, she did not have an Apple Watch on, but you might not be able to take them in. And you can replace the bands. Yes, absolutely. My thing is, regardless, if she's had an Apple Watch on, or if she has an Apple Watch afterward, that's fine. Whatever. We just want to make sure that the question is given to them. Did you take an Apple Watch in the inventory? We don't need to know the answer to that. That is what law enforcement needs to know. I don't think that they would let you wear an Apple Watch in court, to be quite honest with you. Uh, but just to show you, KK has a band on, which is oh, Gypsy, you were in court. You wore your Apple Watch when you were there? Hold on, Gypsy was there. Okay, Gypsy was there. She wore her Apple Watch when she was there. Okay. Well, she doesn't have one there in court. She did have a at Texas Roadhouse. That's the whole point we're speaking about this. After the Texas Roadhouse, there is nothing. We don't see any watches from her after Texas Roadhouse for at least until the end of, I can't find any between March or between the end of February and the end of March, at least. Edgar collected them, passed them to the bailiff. They found out someone was streaming Justin. Okay, that might be fine. Apple Watches don't have cameras. Um, and I'm just saying Gypsy was there in the courtroom as well. But regardless, they could have given it up. To me, it's not. To me, it makes no difference whether she had one really in the courtroom or not. To me, what's important is you don't see that Apple Watch after Texas Roadhouse for weeks. You don't see it for weeks. Well, Gigi, they don't have it for weeks unless unless KK and Edgar aren't being honest to us and saying they gave their stuff right back. It's one or the other. To where you probably there might be one there. I don't know about the church one, but again, that was again months after. That was in the summertime. That was in the summertime. Edgar said police only collected their phones. I don't know about that. Yeah, it was during the summer when she went there. Okay. All right, I need to look at some more things. No Apple Watch. It's like a 26-second video. One second. Okay. Uh-oh. I froze. I don't know if y'all can see me. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little difficulty there. Okay, crap. All right, let me show you this. Perhaps. Maybe. You're right here. Give me 2 seconds. Nope, it's not that one. Okay, it's right here. I hope it don't freeze again. Please don't. Okay. All right. Here it is with KK in the clip. What is it? Justin, you've been in the same position for minutes. You can see me now, though, right? I just want to make sure. Am I still frozen? Am I frozen? Okay. Okay, I was making sure. Okay. All right. This is rather small. Full screen.
Step on Betty,
Oh, right here.
aka Bullhorn Betty. In July, Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, filed a protection order against Bullhorn Betty, accusing her of harassment. The following month, Bullhorn Betty was arrested for
See? Right there.
violating.
And you're wrong, KK. You're wrong. She didn't either. No, she didn't. Right there. Okay. Just back this
Month,
up.
Bullhorn Betty was arrested for violating the restraining order. Yesterday, the judge granted a new Betty was arrested for violating the restraining order.
Nothing on that left. Nothing. I think she switched to a gold watch. Okay, I've got some messages here. I've got 6924. Interesting. Okay. Look at this, y'all. 6924. Here, she might have. Here, I think she does have a watch on. I think it's just flesh colored on this one. It's like a beige color. 1 second. Let's have alarming news. Okay. Yep. 6924 right here. This is the last time. This is the first time that I see her with an Apple Watch on. Right here. Right here. You can see it's square. It's right there, and she's got it on the same one. This is, they were out eating. band looks different to you. Let's look and see. I don't. I think it looks tan, but it to me it doesn't matter what color it is. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. If you were going to, you could either A, hide it, or you could B, toss it, or or it might not be anything. You just want to ask them if they got it. The band looks thicker. Bear with me. This is, let me see, when was this? This is when everyone was out searching for Sebastian and they were, camping around doing whatever they do. This only shows the right side. Plenty of time out eating while everyone else searches, huh? Yep. Let's see here. In eating with husband's child. Yeah. If you go, I don't know, I just find it very interesting. Here, obviously clearly an Apple Watch. On March, let me write these down here. Oh, what's this? Yeah. Does anyone know when was the church thing? Who remembers the church thing? When they were at church. When was that? I'm pretty sure that's a watch. It was in the summer. I know it was in the summer. It's very interesting. Justin asked us if she had that tattoo on her arm before Sebastian went missing. I don't know. It had to be July or August. Yes. I couldn't either, Maurice. Thank you so much, Sharon. My lovely. That was yes. So this will just say, watch this. Okay, we'll say this. This was July 2024. Okay. Do y'all know when this was? I don't know when this was. Does anyone know when that was? Three filed the RO. It was Mother's Day, Charlene? Do we know what? Like March what? Yep, Susan, I agree. I feel horrible for her. 23rd of May or March. Okay, so we'll leave that one. This was Mother's Day, wasn't it? This one was Mother's Day. I know this one was Mother's Day. What day was Mother's Day? Let me see here. What day was Mother's Day in 2024? May 12th. Okay, so this was May 12th. Okay. This is interesting. What we're finding, how these pictures are popping up here. Okay. May 12th. Okay. Court, when was this? Let me check this. This was let me check. This was September 10th. Let's put this one here. Okay. September 10th. I think they took watch that day, but we'll see. I don't know. All right. This was years ago. KK had braces. Edgar had some looks still left in him. This is Chronicles of Olivia. This one is Chronicles of Olivia. March 18th. March 18. Okay. March 18th. March 18th. Okay. This one's with Holly. 3-4. March 4. Okay. There we go. March 4th. Okay. And of course, we know when this was. We got the date right there. So, March April. Okay. So we got here starts out the 25th. Right. Yeah, but there's still not there's still nothing, you know what I mean? Like there's so after the 25th, we don't see I don't see any watch on her arm until May 12th. Now, if anyone has anything, please send it, whether it's March, April, whenever. Oh, we got 1,000 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Yeah, amazing. Looks like she had a tattoo on March 4th. Do you have the photo of her with her friend Laura? I don't. The pick has to be June or July because she was. You know what? You're right. That's not Mother's Day. You're right. This can't be May. I was thinking this was Mother's Day. You're right. You're exactly right. And I think this one's before. I do know this one is July. This one is way long time ago. She has a watch on then. And also, just a little, this is interesting. This is interesting. This is this is obviously a very old photo. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Wouldn't you agree? Right? It's an old photo. Definitely an old photo. You know. Okay. Okay. She's got an iPhone. What? She's got an iWatch on. Whatever the hell it's called. It's a beige one too. It's a skin colored one too. The band. The band is a flesh colored one too. What happened to that dog? Same things that happens to anything that lives in his home. It gets thrown out. KK's probably next. Do y'all notice that? That is, it's a tan color one too. Maybe that's all she uses. You can see it right there. You can see it very clearly. So she may keep only one type of band. No wedding band or anything? No. There's a big rock on her finger back then, too. Where's that, KK? All right. Y'all want to have a chicken party? Odd that her nails are never painted. I know. KK, come on now. Put a little chapstick on those lips or some lipstick. Put a little cream on the face. Get a pedicure. Get your hair did. Her neck, her back, her iPhone watch, and her snacks. It's time for a chicken party. You ready, Edgar? Let's go. Oh, little Edgar ain't what he used to be. Ain't what he used to be. Ain't what he used to be.
Katie! Oh, Katie! Katie! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher!
What about a pet cat?
A pet cat! A pet cat! A pet cat!
Meow. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, he wants the silky, silky. Silky, silky. Oh my God, look at Chris.
General Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Oh.
Suck it now.
What did the irritated chicken say?
Oh.
Suck it now.
I might have been a bitch to you this year. I just wanted to say that I'm still gonna be a bitch to you next year. It's New Year's, not new me. Clean slate what?
What you fucking da? I don't fucking know. Yalanna yastara. Anarana.
Kumbaya. Oh.
Suck it now.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
You rang? What? What, cameraman? Don't look at me. This is against my HIPAA right violations. This is against my constitutional authority. You will respect my authority. I tell you.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
You will respect it.
You asked me, remember off the top of my head, I think it's Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying. And I had asked him, I said, hey, you got to have a punishment for this. I drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year.
I remember off the top of my head, I think it's 2021.
21.
So you're
2020.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 2021. I think.
It's actually a 2020 Edgar. You drive a diesel truck. You should know the year. You know everything else, right? About pet cats.
A pet cat. A pet cat. A pet cat.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
What? Don't look at me.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh my God! Look at Chris.
Back in, and General Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
Let's celebrate. Let's dance. Let's
Boy, this is what I mean when I say I don't know how we gonna get there, but we gonna get there. Hey, yo. Watch out, bro. Bust this left, though. Hey, shout out to the driver. He making it happen, though. That man on that bike, like, boy, what's going on? Let me get out.
Snacks because, you know, he's 15 and snacks.
My neck, my back, my iPhone, and my snacks.
Something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to.
What?
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Nancy, it's a 2021. Yeah. It's a diesel. Cause I'm a man, and I like to sookie. Sookie in the morning, sookie in the evening, sookie at supper time.
Ooh, suck it now. Ooh, suck it now. Ooh, suck it now.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Really do appreciate your time. You guys are all amazing human beings. We have a big day tomorrow. Make sure you stay hydrated, get some good sleep, because tomorrow is the Lore Lodge with Aiden, Seth, Tony. You don't want to miss it. There might be some things revealed tomorrow, and it might blow up the internet tomorrow. Tomorrow night? You got to work tomorrow night, Bo? That's not good. That's not good. Maybe it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you don't miss it. I will be live as soon as he says thank you and good night. I will be hitting the live right then. Thank you, my darling. But I think it's very interesting. I think we absolutely need to make sure that they've turned that watch in, because you don't see it afterwards for at least 2 months or so. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Is Shay in here? Hey, Shay. Good to see you, honey. Supposed to get more snow this week. No, Lisa. I don't want that. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you all so very much. Really do appreciate your time. You all are amazing. Hey, Nerdy. Good to see you, honey. Aiden will be... What is that? Aiden will be totes adorbsies as usual. I don't know what that means. I never... I think they might be keeping the chat off. I don't know. Either way, we'll be there. And that's my midnight I think Europe. Yeah, well, it's 9:31 on the East Coast of the United States right now, so. Okay, totally adorable. Oh, Joe, we were not speaking the same language there, apparently. So there's that. Floods to snow. I know, it's crazy. Chrome bracelets coming soon, says Pam. I don't know. Like, you know, I wonder. I always wonder. I'm like, I wonder if there'll be an arrest to whoever on the year mark, whoever did this or whomsoever did this on the year mark. I wonder if they'll sleep good that night. Don't know. That's in their own hearts. Did we find out if KK has a tattoo on her left calf? I don't know why. What's the thing about her? I know what that one means, Joe. I don't what does the tattoo have to do with anything? Are you just asking if she's gotten a tattoo since? Me too, Bo. Me too. You're welcome, Tina. You're welcome, darling. Yeah. 3:00 in the morning. Bam, bam, bam. 3:00 in the morning. It'd be like
FBI, open up!
mother chicken. Because in the one pic of car that was blown up looks like a tattoo on the leg. Pic of car that was blown up. Yeah, the dirty scoop. I'm just saying, guys, there is things that have not been released that are major. Major. There's things that there's a couple things that I can't say because if I say them, this person will know where I got it from. So I can't say anything until this is resolved. What is that, Tar? In due time. Because I would never want to put, anybody that is willing to give me information, you guys know I really, really try to always, respect what they want. There's these other YouTubers, they'll record people, not say that they're recording, whether it's a one or two party state, it doesn't matter. If you are in this, people need to know that your word is something. So there's that. We see how Bobby was treated terrible. She was treated terrible. She was treated very horrible. Very, very horrible. It's crazy. What makes me mad is KP and CP and the socks eating out, going on vacation. Everyone is, yeah. Kate, she doesn't even ask in the women's prayer group. She doesn't even ask for prayers for her grandson. Hey, Don, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Did you get flooded down there where you're at, Don? Absolutely, Lolo. Absolutely. That's why people come and talk to me or will talk to me. Because I'm one of the few that it will not get out to. Just won't. No, but Nashville did. It's terrible here. It's terrible here. Yeah, Bubbly Beth. Otherwise, I would be glad to tell you right now, but um I'll give you a hint. Pervy is part of it. I can say that because they don't know who it's from. And probably uses the excuse that she doesn't want to talk about it or request it because it breaks my heart. Yep. Clarksville flooded bad. Wow. Veronica. He's definitely pervy. All right, guys. Near Gatlinburg. Oh wow. I was down in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge like the day I left the day before like all of those fires started. Remember the fires in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge? I was staying at one of those resorts. And the next day we left and it caught on fire. It was bad. It was really bad. Hopefully bubbly. I think so too, Lolo. It was bad. Those fires was. It was so bad. But they Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, they had a bad flood a while back too. A really, really bad one. I can't remember. It's been some years, but I was back I think it was March or April, wasn't it? I think it was March or April when I was down there, Mohawk. I put out signs or flyers rather for Sebastian while I was down there. I did pictures for a family that day at the fire, and they loved the mystic look of the smoke. The picture. Oh wow! Guess I would do that. 40 minutes from Pigeon Forge. Kathy, I don't think that's what it is on X. Mm-mm. No, not that. Not that. This has. Mm-mm. This has never, ever been put out. And there's really only, other than family, I don't even know if KK knows this. I bet you she doesn't. Bet you KK doesn't even know. But there's receipts. My father-in-law's a firefighter in California. He worked in those fires. Oh my God, bless him. God bless him. Yeah, severe counties. Nice. We didn't see motorcycle photo. What's the motorcycle photo? I don't think you can tell Mag on that one. Maybe, though. Oh, I'm sorry, Nana Banana. Are you okay? You doing better? With the Holy Spirit, Kathy. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, honey. All right, guys, momming it up. Good to see you. You're in the bushes. I'm in the bushes a lot at times too. A lot of times, I'm in the bushes just listening, especially if I'm on my phone, because I feel bad if I don't say hi to everybody when they're like, hey, Justin, hey, and I can't type back. And so a lot of times I'll just say, guys, I love you all, but please don't get mad if I can't get back to you. I feel bad. All right, guys. Much love, much love, much love. Thank you, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless. Tomorrow is Monday. Oof. Here we go again. All right, guys. Thank you. Amazingly true. Appreciate it. Good night. A77. Lisa Mars. Good night. Good night, Bo. Trump 1. Good night.